Hey, how's it going? So are you a network marketer that would like an effective business plan to follow? Kind of like a recipe when you bake a cake? I'm not very good at baking, but if I follow a recipe, I can get a pretty decent result. So something you can follow with confidence and conviction to improve your results. So I've got just that for you here. Let's bake a cake in your MLM. So I went from 328 no's in a row. You wouldn't want me on your team. I was terrible. Wow, look at Richard. 328 people told him no in a row. But I ended up the #1 international earner in the company, but the 4th highest producing team in the company of 80,000 reps. So I did really, really well. I've highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points to get through. I'll try and do it as concisely and quickly as possible. They are all practical and working in the field. I hope you enjoy them. If you do like my training and you're like, yeah, I want to learn more from that guy, take a look at what he's got going on, you can go to joinrichardsgroup.com, clickable link underneath this video. There you will see strategies, education, recipes, if you will, that you can't find anywhere else, and you can follow them. You can come inside for free. If you do want to stay and pay, I have to work for that because you can cancel at any time, and I do keep it really reasonably priced. Take a look. I hope it's what you're looking for. So let's look at a network marketing business plan to grow your MLM. Number 1, step 1, inform your warm market. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, I've heard this before. No, just trust me. The rest you won't have, and you won't have heard warm market in this way. What most people are taught to do is like capping, please, would you like to take a look? Or be really vague. I can't tell you what it is. Do you want to meet around the back of the bins and see, I mean, no one wants to do that. It's weird. It's awkward. It stresses you out. I was like, anxiety when I first did that because I'd never done sales before. What's better is to say, don't expect anybody who you know to sign up or buy from you. Bring your expectations right down. But what you don't want to have happen is at your next company event, you're looking at the rank, they wheel the rank advancements out on stage, and now the biggest rank in the company, and you're like, is that Jeff, my neighbour? You know what I mean? You're like, what's Jeff doing up there? Because you never told him. You never let him know what you were doing. So give people the option to say yes to you now or in the future, just the same way you would if I always use the example of opening a shoe shop. I'm opening a shoe shop at this location. We sell this type of shoes. If you're interested, come and let me know. Now they know where they can buy shoes. Ticked off the list. Step number 2, pick your brand. I help anyone with skin. Now, your company said that. Your company does, but you don't as an individual. So who do you actually help and with what? So pick a brand. Pick an audience. Pick who is it that you can really relate to? Who can you speak their language already? Who can you get on with already? Do you have a hobby, a passion, an interest, a burning reason why you got started with this company? Those are the people to focus on. That's what you should create your brand on. So now you're able to go with confidence and conviction to the right people as opposed to chasing everybody and getting people go, nah, I've heard this 20 times before. Next, pick your platform. Well, Richard, I want to be everywhere. I'm going to be on IG, I'm going to be on Facebook, I'm going to be on X, I'm going to be on TikTok. Good luck unless you're doing this full-time already. Unless you have boats of time, then pick a platform and get really good at that platform and then try and recreate that strategy on the next one. See how that's better? Instead of having a strategy you're not really sure about, spreading it really thinly across all these different platforms, did the strategy not work, or did you just not be able to work it enough because of a lack of time and confusion? So pick a strategy you're going to go with, pick a platform you're going to do that on, drive some depth there, and then say, okay, now I've got a rhythm, now I've got predictability. Let me test this on another platform because I'm confident that it works. Does that make sense? Next, schedule your content. You are going to have to use content, whether that's through paid advertising, YouTube is my favorite, a podcast, social posting. You're going to have to put something out there that serves as bait, valuable bait, that brings people to you, allows them to raise their hand and say, I'm interested. So schedule that. Instead of just waking up today and going, oh, tomorrow, you're already awake. I hope you are. Wake up tomorrow and go, oh man, how do I be creative? What am I supposed to do today? Oh my goodness, and then you get distracted. Like, sit back, decide, what do I want to communicate with my audience over the next 30 days? What makes sense as a flow of information? How can I be varied in what I'm sharing and interesting? Take a day where you sit and think about that and then map all those posts out. You can use stuff like later.com, where you can enter these posts in there, click schedule, and now you can get on with building the rest of your business. Now the content is more concise, it's more productive, it's thought through, and the pressure of creativity is taken away from you so you can focus on the other productive actions in your business. Hopefully that makes sense. When you're scheduling that content, have a place to capture people who raise their hand. I know it sounds rad, doesn't it? Like the kiddie catcher from what's that film? Is it Oliver Twist or something? You know, we're not talking about seedy behavior. We're talking about you having someone raise their hand and you being able to know about that, as opposed to them looking at something going, we want them to enter their name and email into something. We want them to direct message you. We want them to join a community or a group so you can see who's who and spend time on them. So capture. Then we're going to connect with those people. I recommend as soon as they've raised their hand, you reach out, you connect. Hey, saw you raised your hand for this, saw you requested that, saw you wanted this. Here it is. By the way, why did you ask for that? What's happening right now that's got you interested in X, Y, Z or ABC? Now we can start a communication. If they're joining a network marketing business, guess what? They're going to want to speak to a real person. Of course. You're expecting them to trust their financial future with a stranger. You're expecting them to trust their health, if it's a health product, travel, whatever, creating memories with a stranger. They haven't even checked them out properly. Of course they're not going to do that. And so make sure you connect with them quickly and you're able to have a real conversation with a real person. You can put any of their worries to bed and now they can say yes quickly. Then we want to convert. That's saying the yes quickly. So for me, the best way to convert someone is inside of a community. I highly recommend, I'll put a link to the tool that I use. In fact, inside my community, you go to joinrichardsgroup.com. For free, I'll walk you through something called community conversions. So it's a great way of, instead of chasing people, it's a great way to have them come to you, convert quickly. I'll stick that for you at that link. It's the best way I know how to get someone from a maybe to a yes and they've paid. Finally, this is a really important one. If you stuck around for this, you're being rewarded. A weekly meeting with yourself. What worked? What didn't? What are you going to do about it? Schedule that in your calendar. Do you know how much better and productive your business would be if you actually took a step back and worked on it as opposed to in it all the time, even once a week? If you said, do I want to put more time into this area because it really worked? What's wasting my time? And I could take my time away from that and lose nothing, or in fact gain time. And how am I going to make that work over the next 7 days in my business? 3-4 months from now, you've done that 12, 16 times. You can have a lot of improvement, remove a lot of waste, and really be far more productive. Because as I always say, we are paid for productivity, not activity in this game. That's why my strategies focus on a good, concise use of your time that brings you a return on that investment. Was that helpful? Are you going to do any of these? Some of them, one, maybe, none. Okay, there's no chance for you. But if you are, I hope that they help you. If you do know other network marketers you think this guy's training would be really useful for them, it's different. We don't play favorites here. My training is for you, whatever company you're in. They apply to any network marketing business. I've got clients over the last decade, loads of companies, loads of countries, loads of marketplaces doing really, really well. And if you want to learn those same strategies, go to joinrichardsgroup.com. Links underneath there. As I always say, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. If you're a subscriber, I will catch you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye for now.